So I'm no contact with my family, and the reason that I chose to go no contact with my family is because I'm the scapegoat in a narcissist family system. If you know, you know. If you don't, I guess Google. But when I first went no contact with my parents, I was still talking to my sibling. And I noticed after a while of me being no contact that the way that my siblings were describing my narcissist parent slowly started to change. All of a sudden, they saw him the way I saw him. They were telling me how bad he was and how awful things had gotten in the house. And based on the stories, it was bad. Well, today I learned something that made all of that make the sense. Turns out that when you're the scapegoat, the narcissist uses you to keep it all together. You are how they emotionally regulate themselves. By concentrating their negativity on you, it doesn't go flying everywhere and other people can't see it, just you. Which means when you leave, there's no one there to absorb that negativity. And the narc has to find a new scapegoat. And everyone who didn't believe you is about to learn.
You receive the worst versions of the narc. That's just how it go. You will receive the worst version of the narc and you will be made out to look like you're crazy because they are wearing a mask amongst other people. That's how it works, everybody. You know, it really sucks, man, when you got narcs, especially in your family, especially as parents. Golly, bro, that has to be something else. Living in a house with not just a partner, but your parent. Somebody who you don't want to disrespect at all, you know what I'm saying? You hold your tongue a lot more because these are the people that brought you into the world. But, I mean, there is only one way to go about doing it and handling an art. Don't try to get back at them by trying to stoop down to their a level, you know what I'm saying? The best thing for you to do is to distance yourself, and that's the best way to punish them. Point blank, period. You can't do it no other way. If you try to do it any other way, you're going to end up getting yourself in some stuff you probably can't get yourself out of. You're going to end up wasting your energy, your time, your resources, all kind of stuff, because you're trying to get even with somebody who does that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who absolutely does that. So, you gotta leave them alone. That's how it works, man. You gotta distance yourself. And I've dealt with that before. You'll be around an art, nobody believes you, and then, to be honest, when you actually figure out who they are and the things they do, you do get a chance to see what others see in them. You know what I'm saying? Even the people who are probably talking trash about you, when they get that narc one-on-one and they become the scapegoat, oh, they understand exactly what you went through. They understand exactly what you went through. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going through it for themselves. So what I always tell y'all, make sure, it's one thing to deal with the narc or whatever, but look, don't go out your way so much that you are out here diagnosing people as narcissists. I'm telling y'all, man, I think that's a thing that people need to pay attention to a lot more, because people just using it like putting on socks. And yes, narcissism is the real thing, but what your uncle spoke, what your cousin spoke always say, make sure you get a list of damn near 30 things and make sure you label it, all right? You label it, and if a person basically fits about 80% of the stuff on that sheet, they are probably 8 times out of 10 an art, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But don't just be walking outside, be talking about, oh, you're a narcissist, oh, you're a narcissist, oh, you're a narcissist, oh, you're a narcissist. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So, the hard thing about dealing with narcs is when you tell somebody that they are a narc, you can't bank on them agreeing with you. You can't bank on somebody doing that, because they don't see what you see. They're not experiencing what you're experiencing. So it's the hardest thing in the world, it's the most frustrating thing in the world, especially when you're not being heard. But like I said, you separate yourself and you find your peace, and let them deal with somebody else. Let them run somebody else's blood pressure up. You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't you.